Sleep paralysis is a state which happens when you're waking up or falling asleep, wherein you are aware of your surroundings, but you are unable to move or speak. Many people, whilst they are paralyzed, will also begin to hallucinate and hear, feel, or see things which are not actually there. It can be a debilitating and terrifying condition, especially if you experience it on a frequent basis. What's more, it is believed that 1 in 5 people have experienced sleep paralysis at least once in their life, and incidences of sleep paralysis have been recorded for centuries. Despite this, however, so many aspects of these intriguing events continue to be a mystery. Whether you've experienced sleep paralysis or you're just curious, we're going to be exploring what we know so far about this strange and unsettling phenomenon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're passionate about knowledge and learning. We have so much more content lined up for you. Before the advent of modern science, sleep paralysis was believed to be associated with supernatural and paranormal influences. For centuries, various cultures and civilizations have attributed sleep paralysis to divine intervention, demonic possession, monstrous creatures, and even black magic. Although these explanations have since been dismissed in scientific circles, many of these beliefs continue to persist. This can have a lasting impact on your overall perception of sleep paralysis. Studies have revealed that when someone believes that their sleep paralysis has a sinister and dark association, they are more likely to respond to it with intense horror and dread. This can create a vicious circle where you interpret your sleep paralysis through a lens of fear, which results in more anxiety and disruptive awakenings, and then, inevitably, more sleep paralysis as well. It is important that this is addressed before it becomes a chronic and prolonged problem. One of the most effective ways to do this is by looking at the scientific explanations for sleep paralysis and realizing that it is just a harmless and inconsequential glitch of the mind which doesn't have any deeper meaning or sinister purpose. What is unusual about sleep paralysis is that it can occur in individuals who are completely healthy, those with pre-existing conditions such as narcolepsy, as well as within families where it can be passed down through certain genetic mutations. Generally, it is believed that the underlying mechanism for sleep paralysis is a dysfunction in REM sleep, which is the deepest stage of sleep wherein dreams are most likely to occur. During REM, many people have extremely vivid and realistic dreams, and research has shown that activity levels in the brain during REM sleep are comparable to those during wakefulness. To prevent you from physically acting out your movements and reactions during REM sleep, your brain has developed an impressive mechanism. Whilst you're dreaming, your brain paralyzes your entire body. Typically, your body switches itself between your sleeping and waking states by releasing certain hormones and chemicals, so that your brain knows when you do or do not need to be paralyzed. Sometimes this doesn't work so seamlessly, however, and your brain will accidentally take you out of sleep whilst your body is still rendered immobile because of REM paralysis. When this happens, you'll find that you are in a disturbing and disoriented hybrid state between conscious awareness and REM sleep. Whilst your body is paralyzed, for a few brief moments the characters and events from your dreams will overlap with your waking consciousness. This is where the hallucinations come from, because it is as if your dream is becoming alive before your eyes, alongside any apparitions, monsters, and figures which were in it. It's easy to see why this could be so terrifying. As far as you're concerned, you have completely woken up and you are no longer asleep. On the other hand, your body is completely paralyzed and hallucinations are appearing around you, whilst you are unable to do anything to defend yourself. This can leave you feeling vulnerable and exposed, and in more serious cases, it can result in difficulty sleeping and concentrating during the day. Treatment options haven't been studied a great deal, partially because this condition is relatively common and it doesn't usually have serious consequences. For anyone who is seeking treatment, then commonly prescribed options include sleep hygiene, cognitive behavioral therapy, and antidepressants. Overall, sleep paralysis is a hybrid state of consciousness which has been the subject of much speculation and curiosity for humans. It is definitely one of the stranger and more unsettling aspects of the human condition, and although it is fairly harmless, it can be a significant cause for terror, fear, and anxiety whilst it is happening. There are no ways to treat or prevent sleep paralysis entirely, but it is reassuring to know that it has nothing to do with actual demons, apparitions, and malicious forces. It is simply a temporary glitch of the brain as it transitions from REM sleep to conscious wakefulness. We hope that you found this informative and interesting, and if you did, then please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for even more fascinating facts.